In this video, I'm going to give you two smart, well put together, pretty easy but highly functional combinations of nootropic chemicals that work really good for turning on brain function, that have a lot of applicability and utility, that again are super easy and you can implement. Coming up. Okay, if you are a nootropics fanatic like I am, or many other people that watch this channel, or people that take nootropics, or people that go to our blog, or people that want to have their brains perform better, we've got four powerful products for you. Number one, the Cortex Nootropic Stack. Okay, that's our product that combines uridine, CDP, and artichoke extract, a little bit of bacopa monnieri for a very synergistic frontal lobe experience. It's basically, we made it. Initially, we really wanted to put something together that people noticed. The chief complaint in the market was the pre-made stacks aren't that noticeable. But we also, I was running a company 18 or so hours a day, and I needed my brain to function when I was taking effectively this stack. So we put it together kind of targeting hardcore, productive, cerebral brain output workers, like folks that are just doing stuff for 5 hours at a time, to have good energy, good functionality, good brain functionality. Get it at livecortex.com. That's the Cortex Stack. Listen, if you're new to nootropics, I'm talking to you right now. We wrote a guide for you. It's called Smarter, Better, Faster. Teaches you how to use nootropics, talks about racetams, talks about stacking, talks about cycling, gives you stacks. It's digital, called Smarter, Better, Faster. Get it at livecortex.com. It's 24 bucks. Buy it, download it. You'll have it on your phone in 2 minutes. We wrote another guide on racetams. This is for everybody in the nootropic sphere. It's all on racetams, the popular, super highly effective class of nootropics called racetams. It's called the Racetam God Guide. It's $24.99. Get it, download it, you'll have the stacks right away, because this thing has 80 plus pro racetam stacks, okay? Get access to the stacks, go to livecortex.com and do it. And by the way, the links for all this stuff is going to be in the description below. So you can get all these products in the description below. Every video has a description for the links in the description. Lastly, we do stack consulting. If you need help on your stack, optimization on your stack, help us, have us help you formulate a stack. If you're new to nootropics and you need, me to sort of help you with the stack, get that package at livecortex.com. It's consulting. It's a 40-minute call with me or video chat, 15 additional email correspondences. Okay, two very powerful synergistic stacks, things you can take together that work really well, that are very, very simple. Okay, this channel is all about utility, so I want to give you guys value. Number one, we have mildly discussed Theobromine. It's kind of a cousin of caffeine, right? It's in the xanthine class. There's sort of a chemical class that caffeine is in. It's it's a nervous system stimulant. You can find it commonly in chocolate. That's where Theobromine normally sits. You can get it in powder. It's also in, I believe it is in yerba mate. Tim Ferriss, the 4-Hour Workweek, 4-hour series guy, talks about yerba mate and Theobromine. Because that's one of the main stimulatory properties of yerba mate. And look, it's stimulatory. You take it in relatively low doses, 50 to 150 milligrams is really what I would suggest. And it's powerful. When I've cycled off of caffeine, I've taken Theobromine, and it's awesome. The thing to know, and so that's one part of the stack, Theobromine, is that Theobromine stacks really well with cholinergic compounds, cholinergic nootropics. That might be aniracetam, could be oxiracetam, could be Nupep, could be uridine monophosphate, could be any of the choline sources, particularly alpha GPC. We had a lot of folks anecdotally telling us this. It's worked well for me in the past, that Theobromine stacks really well with alpha GPC. It's a bioavailable acetylcholine precursor that you take in relatively low doses. And so the first combination would be a Theobromine alpha GPC combination. Okay, the general advice, the Theobromine stacks very well with cholinergics, all those that I mentioned. Most racetams, the only thing I haven't tested it with is fasiracetam. I've tested Theobromine with every other, fasiracetam and nefaracetam, bananaracetam, oxiracetam, phenylpiracetam, coliracetam, piracetam. These all stack well with Theobromine, but this particular stack, would be something like 50 to 150 milligrams Theobromine. And then I'd say same dose range on the alpha GPC, 50% alpha GPC. For those of you that are wondering, I always get the 50% alpha GPC. That's always what I'm referring to when I talk about it. I think that's sort of industry wide. I never really get 99% alpha GPC. That's a concentration of alpha GPC. So 50 to 150 milligrams Theobromine, 50 to 100 milligrams, 50 to 150 milligrams alpha GPC. That's stack number one. Very simple, good, solid stimulation. Stimulatory, right? But focused working memory via the alpha GPC. Second very simple but highly effective stack that stacks well, puts together. I do it often enough. This stack I took recently, and I'm like, man, why is no one talking about this? Piracetam and theocrine, okay? Piracetam, the first sort of racetam nootropic, works on acetylcholine receptors, optimizing the cholinergic system like a lot of these other racetams do. Piracetam is a very effective compound, normally taken in 1 to 4 gram quantities. Theocrine is a essentially caffeine derivative. Basically there's this plant where where theocrine kind of grows on, where before it gets to theocrine, it's caffeine, right? There's this plant, there's a particular genus of plants, Camellias, I think it's called Camellia, something to that effect, where where caffeine accumulates on this plant, and then before the end of its metabolic processes or otherwise chemical modulations of the plant, a methyl group, just a methyl chemical group, gets attached to the caffeine and turns it into this substance called theocrine. And then theocrine just sits there and accumulates on this plant, and then you can take it off, turn it into pharmaceutical preparation of theocrine. Theocrine is essentially caffeine with a methyl group attached to it, which basically just translates to it being much more potent, having a longer half-life, and requiring far lower doses. The interesting thing about theocrine is that I don't ever get, people say this too, and my anecdotal experience on it is that I don't get anxiety when taking it in higher doses like you would with caffeine. It's really pretty interesting. Wakefulness promoting, energy promoting, mental functionality promoting. That's theocrine. Okay, so so piracetam and theocrine is the combination. The dose range, I would say for a good effective stack would be 2 grams piracetam, 100 milligrams theocrine. Okay, that's the basis where you should start. If you want to titrate up and down 50 milligram or 100 milligram increments on those ingredients, really 50 to 100 milligram increments on the piracetam, and 20 milligram increments on the theocrine, that's always a necessary caveat for folks to understand. Look, you might want to switch your doses a little bit, but generally 2 grams piracetam, this is my dose, 100 milligrams theocrine. The synergy between those two compounds, again, I'm like, why hasn't anyone built a stack around this? I understand racetam's a little gray area to build commercial stacks. Why aren't people talking about this? Those are 2 powerful stacks. Put them together, use them, and thanks for watching. What's up, everybody? Ryan here. Thanks for watching the video. Really appreciate you being with me. But listen, if you're serious about taking your nootropics game to another level, to the pro level, if you're serious about learning more about nootropics and fully understanding how to surgically use nootropics, that Smarter, Better, Faster guide that you see on the screen, that's the guide for you. It's a very powerful digital guide that you can download for any device you have that'll teach you about nootropics, give you a bunch of powerful stacks. That's for new people, and it's for people that have been in the game for 5 years or more. And then if you're interested in learning strictly about racetams, or if you just want 80 plus pro racetam stacks, we lay that out. We break down each racetam, and we give you the sublingual and the oral stacks. These are combinations of racetams and a bunch of other compounds that give you very particularly powerful brain states. Get it at the Racetam God Guide. That's a digital guide that you can download and start getting access to the information right away. And if you are looking for a nootropic stack that delivers everything, look, Cortex, our stack, that's our pre-made nootropic stack. We sell it in 12 countries. Wall Street folks, business people, corporate people, nootropic experimenters, everybody else in between, speech givers, folks that give speeches for a living, get the stack, use the stack, religiously use the stack. If you're looking for an all-out balanced stack, a stack that an entrepreneur after 6.5 years of being an entrepreneur and having a lot of demand on his brain created, that's me. That's my stack. Get it at livecortex.com. It's being called the only pre-made stack that works. Very powerful frontal lobe, mental energy, speed of processing, motivation, nootropic stack, basically for productivity. Okay, get all that stuff at livecortex.com. Thanks for being with us. We'll talk to you next time.